Guys, this suspended minister of humanitarian affairs and disaster management, Betta Edu, investigation don't review how she requested for 3 billion through the office of Femi Gbajemila, that is the chief of staff to the president. They don't request another 3 billion for COVID-19. COVID-19 that happened 2020, almost 4 years ago. They still demand for 3 billion. And according to the investigation, that the president don't even approve the 3 billion. Make they take fight COVID-19. COVID-19 when it don't happen almost 4 years ago. This lady, she came prepared. It don't tell where this lady don't dey plant this group. She even went to the church, go do Thanksgiving, that they don't appoint her. She even say she's one of the younger ministers in this cabinet. She don't go church, go do that testimony, go do Thanksgiving, that she was being appointed as a minister of Federal Republic of Nigeria. And the same investigation leaked to the Minister of Interior, Tunji, how these people, they don't plan to move another 3 billion naira. Woman, this lady Betta Edu, she keep prepared. This is someone that just resumed office less than 6 months. Make una go check the scandal when surrounded this lady. He don't tell where this lady, they plan this cook. Opportunity just present itself, and this woman, she just squander everything less than 6 months. Make una hear how they take remove that 3 billion. How she take pass through the office of a chief of staff to Nigeria. Mind you, all this shenanigans, nothing will happen. All this investigation, nothing will happen, because all of them, they be one. Nigeria is just a criminal empire. Criminal empire. So who want to ask you now? Who want to persecute who? Who want to jail who? Because everybody is not sitting. If we're to be a sad society now, a sad country, this Femi Gbajemina, they don't supposed to pursue. Because all of them, these are the people that be enabling this corruption. They want to use the COVID-19 when it don't pass, they collect another money again. We could hear where Arise News, Arise Television, that they analyze it. How this woman want to move another 30 billion naira from Nigeria.
Following up on the scandal that has rocked the humanitarian ministry, which led to the suspension of its minister, Dr. Betta Edu, the minister was said to have received the sum of 3 billion naira of COVID-19 funds for the verification of the National Social Register. Well, in a letter dated September 18th, 2023, Femi Gbajemila, the chief of staff to the president, told Betta Edu that her request to obtain the 3 billion naira from the COVID-19 funds had been approved by the president. The 3 billion naira was reportedly disbursed to 9 companies, including one linked to Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, Minister of Interior. The approval letter from the chief of staff has now elicited more reactions. Vimbai, this letter, is coming at the same time, that panel has been set up to investigate the ministry. But the issue here is about that COVID-19 funds. I mean, back in 2020, the World Bank had issued $114 million to Nigeria. And also even the central bank issued 100 million naira credit. And we saw a lot of looting at the time. If you can pull up some of those videos where Nigerians were saying we are suffering, where is the money? But at the time, they also asked the Accountant General of the Federation to account for those funds. And now we are seeing that the 3 billion naira, that's the video, the 3 billion naira was issued for verification of the social register. I mean, this is absurd at this point.
OG, this is devastating at the least, because there's so many layers to the story, so many layers to it. Like you rightfully said, it's 2023. Our suffering is now, induced by other factors. But in 2020, 2021, at the height of the impact that was caused to businesses, people, property, so people suffered during 2020 because, I mean, COVID, it wasn't anything anybody could have planned for. And then to now discover that there's 3 billion that was hanging out somewhere in an account and is now available to redo, because the social register had been done, but there was a choice to redo it, is another question when there are more pressing matters on the ground. And then secondly, it is now part of these funds are now being transferred to a Minister of Interior who is no longer a director in the business, but we all know the complexities of this story. So now the question here is, what is going to happen to the Minister of Interior? Because we've seen Betta Edu, she's being investigated. Kudos for that. We need to see this investigation expand to all who are named here, so that they can also clear their names. They need to be given an opportunity to clear their names. To end off, in international relations, they always like to say there are no permanent friends, only permanent interests. I know Betta Edu's media aide is saying that this is all part of blackmail. And it just goes to show you that when the chips are down, like Ayo was saying just now, it all comes down to personal interests. And it all comes down to people trying to save their necks and clear their names. Well, if that's what it's going to take to sanitize, corruption in various departments, then please leak. Let the leakages continue. We want to see more documents leaking.
Yes, it's one leak memo after another.
Quickly, Olubumiojo was supposed to be at CCB yesterday. He couldn't make it because he has another engagement. I think they fixed another date for him. He should be there. Also, the Chief of Staff, Mr. Gbajabiamila, should be able to make more explanation as regards this COVID-19. You see, these are part of the thing. When Buhari was saying we should forgive him, do you know most of these monies were printed? They were not monies we had. They were the monies CBN printed. That's part of the things causing inflation in the country today. And you see the way they squandered the humanitarian ministry, all sorts of... You're talking about the Accountant General of the last administration. Was that not the man that was caught in a corruption scandal? Over 100 billion? For the past 8 years now, most Accountant General has been caught in corruption. The one under Goodluck Jonathan too was caught in corruption.
No, we
it's like a poison chalice. So we keep having these things, and it goes on. We are printing money, they are squandering it in about 6 months, and you can see the corruption allegation. And some people that were very bigoted enough when we're talking about these things in this country thought it was about religion. They pushed everything, Muslim. You can see, Nigeria's problem is not about that. It's about leaders having the heart to do well for the people. And the problem is, we don't have checks and balances in place that make the leader have the heart for the people. You can see when Lagosians were protesting, no palliative for them to eat. Apparently, the humanitarian ministry has now